15 PSI. This car probably rips, dude. Oh, this SR20 might be built. It's got pistons, rods. None of them have AC. If you have a 300ZX, just be prepared not to have air conditioning. 12 PSI. 12 PSI on SR20, like, feels pretty good, dude. Here's the time where we play What Car Are You Buying? Perfect. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today we're gonna look at a few, guess what, 300ZX twin turbos or turbo of some sort. And all these cars are gonna land around that $10,000 to $12,000 range. There's some unique ones out there, so there's some good ones out there. There might be some bad ones out there. Appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. Take a look at our first one here. It's a 1994 Nissan 300ZX twin turbo two-door coupe. This one's about $13,000. It's a nice pearl white color. The exterior of this car looks really clean. Wheels look good. They look like they're from this decade. There we go. Stock body, twin turbo front bumper. The headlights look like in really good condition. The paint looks pretty good overall. There we go. It looks like possibly JDM tail lights. Where is this one at? This one's over in Alabama. Let's see what they say. Just did the water lines and EGR, so the plenum delete, which we actually just talked about the other day if you watched that video. If not, go back and check it out. Just did the valve covers, very nice. So yeah, they just took the plenum off their thing, cleaned everything up for you, that's good. Recently put a new converter in the transmission due to a leak, but has everything ready to go. Looks like it's on coilovers, downpipes, HKS blow-off valves, catback exhaust, yeah, JDM tail lights, smoke side marker lights, 650 injectors, steel and intercoolers. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff done to it. Jim Wolf Tech ECU, nice. Boost controller. I mean, this is ready to rock and roll. This car you buy and you're pretty good. So for $12,000, not bad. AC module works. Only heat, won't go down to cold. So the AC doesn't work, which sucks. And maybe he can get a manual toggle switch for the AC compressor to work. It could be the HVAC unit, which that's one thing that sucks about the 300ZX is though you can't get that anymore. You're really subjected to a used one, and as you can see, this one might be bad, so it kind of sucks. A lot of maintenance on the car. I mean, this actually for $12,000, I would lower it some more. I'd probably change the wheels up a little bit, but interior is in good shape. Seats aren't even ripped. Oh, they must have changed. What year is this? 94? I guess in 94 they changed where the seatbelt went. I have a 93 and the seatbelt's still in the door. This is 94 and it looks like the seatbelt's inside. Never really didn't know that. Good. Like, I'd say for $12,000, this is a hit. It's got custom subs in the back and an amp. I mean, very cool. Looks nice. It looks clean. That's the thing. This car looks good. Okay, so it is an automatic, which of course that's the downfall, but I would still absolutely buy this car. Spoiler alert. Everything looks, we're missing the fan shroud, but everything else looks like it's in order there. If you're drinking coffee. Looks good under the hood. I'm not like running away. Looks complete. Messing the fan shroud. Go ahead and order one of those up. Put it back together. Only 150,000 miles on the chassis. Not bad at all. Look, you're gonna get a full tank of gas, dude. That's how you advertised it. You gotta get a full tank on this, man. Or pretty close too. Let's look at our next car over here. This is a 1991 Nissan 2+2 Coupe. $12,000 for this. And it's got some modifications to the exterior. I'm gonna be nice. I do like the body kit. I like the side skirts there. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see all this little junk on the front of it and these clear corners. But, you know, overall this car looks good. It's 2+2. I really like the 2+2. Let's take a quick look at the pictures here. Clean looking car overall. Windshield wipers have been painted white. Very 2003. All right, so under the hood. So we got a Jimmy O style, man. You know Jimmy O, he's got that two Z's. One has, like this one, an SR20 in it. And he's got one that has like an LS or something in it. But this 2+2 right here has an SR20. What do you guys think about the SR20 motor in the Z32? I have like conflicting thoughts about it, and I'll tell you them right now. Number one, SR20s are just way too much money now. They're gone. They're way too expensive. They're more of a rarity. Was never offered in the United States. Only had to get them out of Japan or other countries that got the SR20s. A lot of them came from Japan. I have an SR20 in my 240. I don't really mess with it too much because it's at this point it's just too expensive. Now back in the early 2000s, these were really cheap. You could get them for $2,000, under $2,000 all day long. You could get complete 5-speed swaps, and that's probably why this is in this car, because it used to be a super cheap option that you could throw in and be turbocharged and, you know, get rid of the V6 and all that stuff and still make a lot of power. But nowadays, I think the SR20s are just too much money. Like, they're like $7,000. For $7,000, I'll buy something else. I will literally sell my SR20 out of my 240 if anybody wants it. But this is pretty cool. I would not say that I wouldn't want this car. I would definitely drive a 240 or a 240 powered 300ZX, an SR20 powered 300ZX. SR20s are good motors. They were really good motors when they were cheap power. And that's what the import scene used to be like. Like, you could make a lot of power, cheap, and that was like the whole appeal to it. Like, you didn't have to spend a ton of money under the hood to have a good amount of power. Now I feel like all those motors that were, I'm probably aging myself a little bit, all those motors that made a lot of power for cheap back in the day, 20 years ago, they have all gone astronomically, like 2Js, SR20s, RBs, all that stuff, 1Js, everything. All the good stuff has gone up astronomically. And they're not really making anything to replace it. So that's the part that kind of sucks. Like, we don't have a new SR20 that we can put in different platforms. I guess we have the K-Series motor. Thank God. Thank you, Honda. Thank you, Honda, for making the K-Series motor and keeping tuning alive. But enough of me talking. Let's go finish through these pictures here. And there you go. Clean, a lot of spray paint. Like, that's been spray painted. The mud flaps, and then you can see under the hood, like, all this cowling's been spray painted. The windshield wipers, arms been spray painted. It's missing the sound deadening, which is unfortunate because that piece is not even cheap to replace. Underneath the hood is like, it's got this badass SR20 with a Gretty intake manifold and everything. And then it just looks terrible. All this chipped up paint. They must have spray painted underneath everything black probably when they did the motor swap, and it's just not holding up. It needs attention. This car could be cool. I can definitely get behind this car, but it also has its issues. This is a 91, so either the pinstriping's been removed or painted over. But the body looks straight. Everything's here. Everything's here for a solid car. Absolutely. Everything except for the third brake light there. Everything except for the third brake lights here. Interior looks clean. Gauge cluster obviously doesn't work. The speedo's tacked out at maximum and they're not even moving. Manual transmission, nice. The interior looks clean, looks good. Exterior is something else. Let's read it. Entertaining the idea of trading, selling or trading my SR20 swap 300ZX. Nice. Car was recently refreshed and runs great. Okay, has power steering. Oh, that's good. And windows, power windows, but no AC. Shocker, especially if you put SR20 in it. $12,000 at best offer. Might consider trading something. You guys want me to trade my 240 for this SR20 powered 300ZX? That would actually be pretty badass, but I do love my 240. Looking for a 350Z, G35, all the Hot Boy specials. I mean, all the Hot Boy specials. Even though this SR20 might be built, it's got pistons, rods, GT28 turbo. I think that's like what I got on my SR20. 12 PSI. 12 PSI on SR20, like, feels pretty good, dude. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. $12,000 for this car. I like this car. SR20s are so expensive that it pretty much commands the $12,000 price range. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I would definitely drive an SR20 powered 300ZX. I think that would be super cool. All right, here's the last one. This one's $15,000. It's a 91 Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. This one has the right engine in it. I'm selling my 91 Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. I've had this car for 6 years. It runs and drives really good. Pulls hard. Can use a little TLC. I love the car, but I don't want to let it go, of course. I'd rather put money into my bank over letting it sit. Yeah, that's how it is with all these cars, man. I let all my, can't drive them all at once. It's 5-speed, ready turbo timers, 740 injectors, so it's gonna drink some gas. Spare ECU, nice, current ECU. Engine rebuilt, okay, cool. Look at the paperwork on that. Bigger injectors, bigger intercoolers. 15 PSI, this car probably rips, dude. 15 PSI, 740 injectors. It's got the, I don't know what ECU it's got, but it's got the ECU tuned for all that, which is really nice. So, dude, I bet this car rips. Sub, amp, custom gauges. All right, could use a paint job. Windshield's cracked. AC doesn't work. Speedo works when it wants, so the gauge cluster's broken. We all know how that goes on a 300ZX. We can tell the OEM paint. This might be that glacier white, pearl white color, and then the lip is a base white. The side skirts are a base white. So, I mean, we're going a two-tone look right here. Could just be old paint, but I think this is the glacier white 300ZX. Exterior looks good overall. Headlights look good, nose panel, everything. Bumper looks correct with the black. You guys let me know. I like this black stripe on the front bumper. Like, that's the best, I think. What, they changed it over in 94, 95, where they just painted it the same color as the car. I totally think it looks cheap. Boo, boo, boo. They probably did it to, what, cut costs and not do a two-tone front bumper. Because they're, at that point in 94, 5, they were getting to the end of the run on 300ZX, trying to cut cost. Inflation on the yen to US dollar was up. These cars were costing a lot more money than they did in the 90s, so they probably did it to cut cost. But I think the original look at the 300ZX with that black stripe looks the best. You guys let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to drink coffee. All right, 170,000 miles on this. This car you're getting with an empty tank of gas. See, the other guy had full tank. This guy's got an empty tank. We got some custom gauge pods right here on our gauge cluster. No major outside damage, which is nice. No spray painted white windshield wipers, even though you can see that those windshield wipers need attention. It's got the paint peeling off of them. Easy fix, not a big problem. This is my favorite wing for this car. All right, those wheels look old school. They look mid to early 2000s style wheels that you could get at any tire shop back when wheel selection was a lot less. I had some buddies that had some of those on their FC RX-7. Interior, I'm not sure. This tint is looks brown. Like the tint looks like it's coming in brown, so that tint's probably pretty old. We've got the dreaded rip on the front seat. Now this is what my front seat on my 300ZX looked like, almost exactly, even with this little nick right here on that bolster, and then that front was ripped. By the end, before I just put those new seats in there, that whole metal section was like basically ripped out. Unfortunately, because these seats are beautiful, this is $15,000 and you are gonna have to address your seat right off the bat. Passenger side seat looks okay. This leather is really dry. It's starting to crack here. These seats will just continue to degrade quickly. Ask me how I know. All right, see, this is where we got this is 91. So yeah, we have the seat belt in the door here, which I think is pretty cool, but obviously for safety reasons, they put the seat belt back inside on the B pillar there. How, most cars are, but it's unique. That's the thing that makes this car unique. Little quirky features like seat belt in the door. It's a manual transmission, nice. Our steering wheel splitting right here, seam splitting, not uncommon for these cars. They're 30 years old. Get left out in the sun to sit. All that leather starts to tighten up and start splitting seams. That's what happened to the car too. This car is definitely sat. It's definitely sat. Where is this at? Arizona. Yep. This is definitely sat out in the sun. Probably no sun visor, and I do put a sun visor, protect that dash before something happens to that. Someone buy this. Little ding on the back bumper, probably somebody backed into it or backed into something, cracked all the paint right off. There we go, underneath the hood, everything looks in order. We've got a fan shroud, we got our battery, no battery tie down, dude. Like nobody has battery tie downs on the 300ZX batteries. You should. Nobody does. Cowl looks good. Underneath the hood looks good. It looks good. We've got our Hikes pump still there. We've got our hood underliner, which that hood underliner is expensive, and it looks so much better with it there. So that's why I point that stuff out, guys. All of our service stickers, everything that hasn't been spray painted, chipping off. There's our assuming manual boost controller there. Here's the time where we play, what car are you buying? I want you guys to go down in the comments and let me know which car you want to buy. The 91 300ZX twin turbo for $15K. Is that the deal here? So the 91 2+2 SR20 powered for $12,000. Is that the deal here? That's a built SR20 with pistons, rods, cams, turbo, head studs. I mean, this is pretty legit. Or what is this? How much is this? This is $12,800, about $13,000 twin turbo, 1994. None of them have AC. If you have a 300ZX, just be prepared not to have air conditioning. All right, we're gonna play Marry Fuck Kill again on this because it's just kind of fun with these three cars. Which one am I marrying? I'm definitely fucking this car. Like, this would be the fun car to mess around with. I don't know if I actually want to keep it and take it home. That SR20 looks sexy, but she needs a lot of work. Like, this is like, she looks good, but she's got a lot of baggage to go with her. I like this car, I'm fucking this car, I'm not marrying it. Which one of these two? You know what, I'm taking this car. This 1994, I think it's a little bit more complete. It is an automatic though. These are both best offer. Kill this car, really? These are both good cars. All right, this one's $15,000, it is a manual. And I'm gonna understand why you guys would pick this car because it's a manual and you're just gonna be done with it. And I would say for most people that don't want to do a manual swap, which is most people because it's a pain in the ass and it's a lot of work and tracking down all the parts. Ask me how I know while working on mine right now. So for most people, I would say I could see this one being the marry. I would just go, God, this one's so good. This one's so good because it's cheaper. And you know you could probably, what is this? It doesn't even say like firm. You could probably get this one. I mean, I'm gonna just assume we can get this from between $10,000 and $12,000 pretty easily. Seats are in good condition. It is an automatic. You're gonna have to manual swap it. And if you're gonna pay to have a manual swap done, you're probably gonna end up sitting at this $15,000 point. I'm probably taking this 94, I'm gonna get it cheaper. I'm sorry, that's the one I'm bringing home today, guys. I'm buying this 94, I like the wheels on it better. I like the interior. I don't like the tan interior, but I like the interior, the fact that the seat's not ripped. And everything else, we can make it work. But this car is a great car too. You guys let me know down in the comments which one you're taking. You guys have a car you're looking at, let me know, send it my way. Always like looking at 300ZXs over on Build Theory. If you follow me on Build Theory, I'll post up cars that I find for sale. They may or may not make it in this video, but anything I think like is a good deal that people may need to know about, I'll put it over there on Build Theory. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, looking at these cars, drink coffee. You know what to do. Check the description for if you want to email me your car to look at, put it in a video. We can definitely do that. If you have a car you want me to look at that you're thinking about buying, hit me over on Instagram at Build Theory. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I want you to know that. I'll see you soon. Peace.